This is a training video for Coast Guard for TripWatch. You will notice on these ones, we are using the training login. You can note that by the color of this title bar. All of these entries under the TripWatch training section do not affect the live broadcast. So we can make mistakes, we can test what we're doing, and you are all welcome to do whatever activations under this grey bar. For this one here, we go to the trips page. You will notice that we have some in there already from others that have been doing training. This colour notes that it is overdue. There is two sections to this page. There is the top section, which is all Coast Guard boats, and there is the bottom section, which is the general public. For this training, we are going to do an activation of a Coast Guard vessel. We come down to the bottom right corner here to activations. It brings us to this page. If you are doing a training activation, we click on training and we then fill out this page, the number of people that are on the vessel. In this case, we're going to say 3. The estimated time that they are going to return. So we're going to say that the vessel left the dock at 9 o'clock in the morning and we expect them back at approximately 11 o'clock. The location that they are working, QF1 base. The vessel that is departing the base. In this situation, we're going to send Coast Guard 2. We then select the master of the vessel. So we are going to say that Gary Cook is in charge. You then select his crew. You then select save. As you'll notice, a mistake was made. We had 3 people on board, but we have selected 4 people. Note the bar across the top. Note the red square here. And if I scroll to the bottom, it tells me what the issue is. If I go back up and I change that to 4 and then select save, you will see that it has gone through. For this training, due to the hour that I am doing it, it has already highlighted that that vessel is overdue. We are going to do an activation for Coast Guard 1, and it is also a training vessel. And we're going to put 4 people on the boat, and we're going to say, due to the hour that I'm currently working, that the vessel is going to return at 1900. The location that the vessel is working, we are saying it's Coast Guard 1, and we're going to say that David Tapsell is the master. We then select the 4 people that are on. So we have 3 crew and a master, gives us the 4 people on the boat. We select save. And you will see here, it is a different color to these 2. The vessel has now departed base. We must recognize that the boat do not leave the dock unless it has been entered into TripWatch as an activation. The next part we need to do is that we get an update as to where the boat is. We get a sit rep. We come over here to notes and we go add sit rep note. The channel that it came in on, 73. The reason for the call would then be sit rep. On this particular training program, it doesn't have these details. On the live broadcast, it does. We then add the location. If we have GPS coordinates, we enter them in there. We can add other details if they are given to us from the skipper of the vessel. We then select Save, and those are then added. If we click on here, the notes, and Show Notes, it displays all entries that have been created for this particular trip. When the vessel returns to the base and they log off, we come over here to Actions and we select Complete Activation. We need to change the activation status from closed to completed, the actual return time of the vessel. We then enter the engine hours for the vessel. In the case of Coast Guard 1 and Coast Guard 2, there are 2 engines, a port and a starboard engine. On Coast Guard 3, there is only 1 engine. We started at 102 and we finished at 105. We then come down and we click Save. And you'll see it has gone from our screen. That is the activation of that vessel.